Brit Hadashah, New Testament. 4. Vayera, he appeared. Luke 17, 26 to 37.
Of the son of man, it will be just as it was at the time of Noah. People ate and drank, and men and women married, right up until the day Noah entered the ark. Then the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise, as it was in the time of Lot, people ate and drank, bought and sold, planted and built. But the day Lot left Sodom, fire and sulfur rained down from heaven and destroyed them all. That is how it will be on the day the Son of Man is revealed. On that day, if someone is on the roof with his belongings in his house, he must not go down to take them away. Similarly, if someone is in the field, he must not turn back. Remember Lot's wife. Whoever aims at preserving his own life will lose it, but whoever loses his life will stay alive. I tell you, on that night there will be two people in one bed. One will be taken and the other left behind. There will be two women grinding grain together. One will be taken and the other left behind. They asked him, "Where, Lord?" He answered, "Wherever there's a dead body, that's where the vultures gather." End of Luke, chapter 17.
Romans 9, 6 to 9.
But the present condition of Israel does not mean that the word of God has failed. For everyone from Israel is truly part of Israel. Indeed, not all the descendants are seed of Avraham. Rather, who is called to be your seed will be in Yitzchak. In other words, it is not the physical children who are children of God, but the children the promise refers to who are considered seed. For this is what the promise said, "At the time set I will come, and Sarah will have a son."
Galatians 4, 21 to 31.
Tell me, you who want to be in subjection to the system that results from perverting the Torah into legalism, don't you hear what the Torah itself says? It says that Avraham had two sons, one by the slave woman and one by the free woman. The one by the slave woman was born according to the limited capabilities of human beings, but the one by the free woman was born through the miracle-working power of God, fulfilling his promise. Now, to make an application on these things, the two women are two covenants. One is from Mount Sinai and bears children for slavery. This is Hagar. Hagar is Mount Sinai in Arabia. She corresponds to the present Yerushalayim, for she serves as a slave along with her children. But the Yerushalayim above is free, and she is our mother, for the Tanakh says, "Rejoice, you barren woman who does not bear children. Break forth and shout, you who are not in labor. For the deserted wife will have more children than the one whose husband is with her. You, brothers, like Yitzchak, are children referred to in a promise of God. But just as then the one born according to limited human capability persecuted the one born through the Spirit's supernatural power, so it is now. Nevertheless, what does the Tanakh say? Get rid of the slave woman and her son, for by no means will the son of the slave woman inherit along with the son of the free woman. So, brothers, we are children not of the slave woman, but of the free woman." End of Galatians, chapter 4.
Hebrews 6, 13 to 20.
For what God made his promise to Abraham, he swore an oath to do what he had promised. And since there was no greater than himself for him to swear by, he swore by himself and said, "I will certainly bless you, and I will certainly give you many descendants." And so, after waiting patiently, Avraham saw the promise fulfilled. Now people swear oaths by someone greater than themselves, and confirmation by an oath puts an end to all dispute. Therefore, when God wanted to demonstrate still more convincingly the unchangeable character of his intentions to those who were to receive what he had promised, he added an oath to the promise, so that through two unchangeable things, in neither of which God could lie, we, who have fled to take a firm hold on the hope set before us, would be strongly encouraged. We have this hope as a sure and safe anchor for ourselves, a hope that goes right on through to what is inside the paroket, where a forerunner has entered on our behalf, namely Yeshua, who has become a Kohen Gadol forever, to be compared with Melchizedek. End of Hebrews, chapter 6.
Hebrews 11, 13 to 19.
All these people kept on trusting until they died, without receiving what had been promised. They had only seen it and welcomed it from a distance, while acknowledging that they were aliens and temporary residents of the earth. For people who speak this way, make it clear that they are looking for a fatherland. So now if they were to keep recalling the one they left, they would have an opportunity to return. But as it is, they aspire to a better fatherland, a heavenly one. This is why God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared for them a city. By trusting Avraham when he was put to the test, offered up Yitzchak as a sacrifice. Yes, he offered up his only son, he who had received the promises, to whom it had been said, "What is called your seed will be in Yitzchak." For he had concluded that God could even raise people from the dead, and figuratively speaking, he did so receive him.
James 2:14-24.
What good is it, my brothers, if someone claims to have faith, but has no actions to prove it? Is such faith able to save him? Suppose a brother or sister is without clothes and daily food, and someone says to him, "Shalom, keep warm and eat hearty," without giving him what he needs. What good does it do? Thus, faith by itself, unaccompanied by actions, is dead. But someone will say that you have faith and I have actions. Show me this faith of yours without the actions, and I will show you my faith by my actions. You believe that God is one? Good for you. The demons believe it too. The thought makes them shudder with fear. But, foolish fellow, do you want to be shown that such faith, apart from actions, is barren? Wasn't Avraham Avinu declared righteous because of actions when he offered up his son, Yitzchak, on the altar? You see that his faith worked with his actions. By the actions the faith was made complete, and the passage of the Tanakh was fulfilled, which says, Abraham had faith in God, and it was credited to his account as righteousness. He was even called God's friend. You see that a person is declared righteous because of actions, and not because of faith alone.
2 Peter 2:4-10.
For God did not spare the angels who sinned. On the contrary, he put them in gloomy dungeons lower than Sheol to be held for judgment. And he did not spare the ancient world. On the contrary, he preserved Noah, a herald of righteousness, with 7 others, and brought the flood upon a world of ungodly people. And he condemned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, reducing them to ashes and ruin, as a warning to those in the future who would live ungodly lives. But he rescued Lot, a righteous man who was distressed by the debauchery of those unprincipled people, for the wicked deeds which that righteous man saw and heard, as he lived among them, tormented his righteous heart day after day. So the Lord knows how to rescue the godly from trials, and how to hold the wicked until the day of judgment while continuing to punish them, especially those who follow their old natures in lust for filth and who despise authority. Presumptuous and self-willed, these false teachers do not tremble at insulting angelic beings,